when inner demons meet the light. Have you ever noticed how someone's eyes change when you reveal your true self? Sometimes your light is too bright, and the masks begin to crack. It exposes the shadows and fears others try to hide. Your truth forces them to face themselves. Often it triggers fear, but your light does not attack. It reveals. Your job is to keep shining, a mirror to the shadows. Being unapologetically yourself is a powerful act. You take off the masks society hands you and walk into raw honesty. Your freedom highlights their limitations. Their discomfort is not your fault. Like light in a dark room, your authenticity forces others to adjust. Remember, your truth is not a weapon, it's a beacon. Let it shine. You're simply showing what's possible, and that is powerful. The fear of losing dominion. Think of narcissists. Not just the myth, but the model. A hunger for admiration, a void craving control. For the narcissist, people are sources of fuel. And I mean that literally. It's not about ego inflation, it's about survival. Control is one of their essential lifelines. Anyone claiming otherwise simply doesn't understand what they're dealing with. They don't just assign you a role. It is vital that you play it, and they will make sure you do. Because your individuality threatens their illusion. When you step off their stage, their world collapses. The loss of control isn't just inconvenient, it's an existential crisis. Panic follows. Their identity feels attacked. Suddenly, you're not a treasured possession. You're a traitor. Soon after, you become persona non grata, public enemy number one. Their reaction isn't logical. It's pure fear. Fear of being exposed. Fear of facing the void within. So they fight, desperate to reclaim control or punish your disobedience. Or worse, your escape. But your refusal to submit is their downfall. You become the mirror they can't bear to face. Their struggle isn't really with you, it's with their own shadows. Stand firm in your truth. Their panic is proof of your power. You are not their enemy. You are their awakening. Whether they answer the call is their choice. Your freedom is not betrayal, it's your birthright. Emotional contracts forged in shadow. We all enter into unspoken contracts in relationships. Some are built on love, others on control. These emotional chains are often forged quietly, over time. One seeks power, the other seeks acceptance, or simply doesn't know better. These shadow contracts are built on need, not on true connection. One side feels entitled to your time, your energy, your emotions. You may feel a strange obligation, a debt you can't explain. That's by design, to keep you bound. But when you awaken and seek freedom, you start to question the terms. Suddenly the contract feels unfair. Power feels imbalanced. Your desire for autonomy is natural. It is right. But to the one benefiting from control, your growth feels like betrayal. Not betrayal of love, but of their dominion. They feel you owe them. The chains rattle. Their power slips. They panic, afraid of losing their emotional livelihood. Your independence was never part of the deal, at least not theirs, but your growth is not negotiable. Freedom is your right. Their fear is not your burden. The only contract that matters is the one you make with yourself. Choose freedom. Let old agreements collapse. Shine anyway. You owe no one your light. Tactics of the wounded controller. When their control is threatened, the manipulator unleashes a desperate arsenal. These aren't tools of strength, they are weapons of fear. Manipulation is a primal defense, a cornered animal lashing out. They don't fight fair, equality terrifies them. They exploit your empathy, twisting your kindness into weakness. They see it as naivety. It hurts to see your best traits used against you. But recognizing these tactics is your first shield. Their actions stem from fear. Fear of inadequacy, of abandonment, of their own darkness. Understanding this doesn't excuse them, but it frees you. They are not villains, just wounded, projecting pain. Their manipulation is a cry for help, though they may never admit it, and rarely ever ask sincerely. The art of warping reality. Gaslighting is the manipulator's most insidious weapon. It's a slow poison that makes you question your own reality. It never happened. You're too sensitive. You're imagining things. These phrases are just the tip of the iceberg. They rewrite history. They deny your experience. They twist your words, devaluing you in the process. Over time, your self-trust erodes. Doubt grows. And that's the point. To control you by making you question yourself. Gaslighting doesn't come from mere insecurity. They cannot face their own truth. So they distort yours. If your reality survives, their illusion shatters. Recognize the pattern. Hold on to your truth. Write things down. Document your experience. Confide in trusted friends. Affirm your own perception. When you name the manipulation, its power dissolves. You reclaim your mind and your freedom. Desperate grasps for power. As you pull away, the manipulator may try to hoover you back into the cycle. Suddenly they're charming, apologetic, promising change. Gifts, nostalgia, I miss you floods your inbox. But this isn't remorse. It's a test, a trap for your boundaries. If you return, the cycle restarts, this time crueler, or they triangulate, pulling in a third party to create drama and confusion. They agree with me. They understand me better. This divides you, distracts you, isolates you. It puts them back in control. These are not acts of love. Their power is slipping, and fear is rising. Recognize the pattern, and do not go back, a beacon that terrifies the dark. Your journey to authenticity is more than personal growth. It is spiritual. You become a lighthouse in a world that prefers the dim. For those lost in darkness, your light is unsettling. You reflect their unrealized potential, the paths they never took. That reflection evokes fear, not of you, but of themselves. Your awakening reminds them another way is possible. Pain can turn into rage. They may try to dim your light, but their protest is the scream of a demon, terrified of dawn. Your power is not an attack, it's a challenge to their worldview. Keep shining. The demon's dread of your true self. This is the heart of Project Nemesis, the natural result of your evolution. When you embrace your true self, you become untouchable to parasitic energy. Manipulators lose their grip. The ego fuel dries up. You no longer reflect their projections. Your authenticity offers no nourishment for their shadows. They may rage, despair, try every trick to regain control. And here, in this season of Markov Speaks, I will show them all to you. But if you stand firm, their tactics fail. Their inner demon senses defeat in your very presence. Your awakening is their downfall, not by your hatred, but by your choice of light. You choose freedom, authenticity, sovereignty. Their games collapse. You are sovereign, and they know it. Starving the shadows, embracing freedom.
I've been watching from the corners.
At the crossroads, the choice is clear. Feed the shadows or choose liberation. Breaking free isn't easy. The chains are familiar, and the manipulator is persuasive. They'll call you selfish for refusing to play their game. Let them. Their story is not your truth. When you withdraw your energy, they are left with their own emptiness. They must face themselves or find someone else to drain. You become lighter, freer, more alive. Only the manipulator suffers when you reclaim your power. Their demon howls in a void of its own making. Leave their shadows with them. You have chosen the sun dash, and that is beautiful.